John Cordy, and this amp is substantially older than me. Don't know what that means. Maybe I'm like the toy boy to this thing that work. Right, anyway, so this is a Vox AC30 top boost, and the story behind it is that Keith from 5 Watt World sent me a message. We email each other occasionally. I think he discovered me through some of my HX Stomp videos, and he was asking about freeze patches, and we got talking about stuff, and then recently he got in touch and said, I saw you had a Vox AC30 on your channel once, is there any way you could get access to one again, because I'm doing a video on the history of the AC30. Now I'm imagining that's how you've happened across this channel now, and I've put this video up at the same time as Keith has put up his video just to talk about my experience with the amp. So this belongs to Gary from Whipton Lane, as Keith tells you in the video. Gary is super interested in like 60s music. I used to play keyboard in a band with Gary. Yeah, he's had a few Vox AC30s in his time. This I think was like the second one that he had. He had one actually from the 60s, which I think he sold for about 50 quid at the time. But this one is around like 1969, 1971, sort of transition era when I think Birch Stolec had just bought the company from Jennings, I think. So JMI were the people that made the kind of 60s era Voxes from what I'm aware of. You'll probably see a lot more of this history stuff in Keith's video, so do go check that out. But since this is a super early one, it's basically built off some of the spare parts that I think were lying around from the kind of JMI era. So if you like look at the speakers, I'll put up some pictures now. Those stickers on these speakers are the same as what would be on the JMI AC30s, I think. I think some of the transformers and stuff would be the same as well. So it's basically a 3-channel amp, a vibrato, and also the normal and brilliant. And you can do like a little jumping thing between them. Although it's incredibly loud, it doesn't have some of that spikiness that some Vox AC30s I've played have. So historically it's been a little bit difficult for me to get on with AC30s. I typically play with single coils, and kind of you get a lot of that chime, sparkle, and that can be a little bit tricky to kind of deal with. It doesn't have a reverb, but it does have this really kind of round, smooth, clean tone, which I really dig, like an AC30, but I guess the age has done something with the speakers where they're kind of soft, and it's just got a really great kind of tone to it, I think. So I've created a bunch of Kemper profiles, all clean, because I can't get it loud enough in this room to actually get any dirty profiles. But if you want those will be in my folder on Kemper. I've got a folder up there for £3.50, and you can get profiles of my Keryotone OTS, my Mesa Boogie Nomad, and also of my some of my favourite Helix profiles that I've put together, and also a clean profile of the Electrodyne. Lots of stuff in there, and I'm updating it kind of regularly with other bits and pieces. Yeah, so I think I'm going to put together some kind of presets built off of these clean profiles as well, using the Kemper drive. I think they sound pretty good and pretty voxy, but yeah, you might get some enjoyment out of that. Thank you, Gary, for letting me borrow the amp. Thank you to Keith for asking me to be involved. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the playing in that video. I'm going to put at the end of this video the actual playing with the Vox, which you would have seen bits of in Keith's video. All of that was improvised just as I got this, and just kind of trying to get a feel for what the amp sounded like. And then at the start of the video you saw my Kemper profiles being played. But yeah, I really enjoyed this amp, and for an amp that's 50 years old, it seems to me to be in remarkable condition and a lot of fun. There's going to be some pictures that you'll have seen of bits of it as this video goes past, and also in Keith's video. But I think once you've seen kind of Keith's video on the history of the AC30 and some of the people that are associated with this kind of amp, for me, I feel like it's a pretty special thing to get to play. So I'm really thankful for that, even if my left ear now no longer works. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully this has been vaguely interesting. You could always like and subscribe if you do like kind of guitar-based stuff. I do some kind of lessony, jazzy stuff on here, a lot of tone-based stuff, but most of all, it's more about me trying to play guitar and trying to get good sounds out of things that kind of move me. thank you for stopping by. There's a buy me a coffee link just in case you really enjoy what I do, and also those Kemper profiles of this Vox AC30 top boost from about 1969 to 1971. You can get them in the description. Cheers.